Hey fellas, how you doing? It's the afternoon. I'll show you what the wind's doing to the mountains up there. We're in between fights or in between rounds. There's the Franklin Mountains. There's just a lot of dust up around there. Little windy, not too bad. Not like it used to be. There is my Remora Bella, and there's Nala just coming out there. They've been out here sunbathing. I'll get to the point. My wife calls me. She's in there hanging out with her mom and her aunts and some of her cousins today, and I get a phone call, and I can hear a bunch of those. Here, I'll show you the fights that are going on. It's a real fight, and I can hear some yelling going on in the background. And my wife told me to just could I hang on for a second, and so she could go into the bathroom so she could ask me a few questions. And I'm like, why would my wife need to ask me some? Look at this. Look at my remote. What? So, anyways, I gotta sit you guys back down. My wife's. I don't know if you guys, if you don't follow me, a while back, one of my wife's cousins and called up just crying that she was so lonely. And anyway, that girl has some of her friends over there. It's a big, I call it a hen house, because there's puro, and I'll talk to you in Spanish, puro gallinas y ningún gallo. Gallo's a rooster, and gallinas are the chickens. It's just a giant hen house of women. And my mother-in-law and her sister's husbands have all passed. My wife's the only one that's married besides her sister, who is traveling now with her husband and family. So all the rest of these girls, and I think there's a total of 12 of them. So 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 17 of them, including the aunts and my wife. And my wife wants me to give her some advice to tell these ladies who are all boss babes. They all have the I don't know. I did not know this, but did you know they actually remove their eyebrows and they have them permanently like a tattooed into their head, and they have the crazy hair, they have the crazy eyebrows, they have the crazy eyelashes. Most of them have some sort of thing, or I don't know what the fascination was, sticking a hole through your septum right here in your nose. I don't know what the hell that is. Too many earrings, tattoos, the long finger. Anyways, and they're all about, I think the tallest one is 5'6", and they're all way heavy overweight, and they just can't find a man. They want a man. And here's what I told my wife, and I'm gonna say the same thing, that I hope you guys can pass this on to some of the women. All of these women are in their late 40s. Some of them are in their 50s. It's too late. I don't want to deal. My wife's one of the youngest ones in this group. My wife's a lot younger than I am. I'm not uber rich or anything like that, but I'm out. I'm out of the market, and I tried to tell her they're past due. They're overdue. Nobody wants a fat old lady who's delusional at their age, who looks like that. They spend, if you go somewhere, they're all, and I was in the military, and I worked with the Secret Service. There is a steep penalty we pay as men for being late at work. And I don't go down there anymore, because they make me crazy. We're supposed to be somewhere at 5:30. I'm a few minutes early always, and they're always like 45 minutes to an hour late. That's the only thing I had to get my wife to stop doing, so that we could stay together, because it drives me up the fucking wall. It's too late. Ladies, for a lot of you, it's past too late. And these are ladies who expect a man to be able to handle them. That's their words, not my words. You have to be able to handle me. I make my own money. But you know what they have? They have a bunch of shoes. They have a bunch of purses. They have a bunch of makeup and accessories and dresses and clothes like that, but they don't have a family. They don't have grandkids. And you should see their faces. All these, it looks like somebody takes, and when they pick the baby up, they smell it. And some of my wife's other cousins have husbands and kids, and they're living a great life. Are they living on the top of the world? No, but they're living a good, honest, hard-working life, and they're doing it together as a family. So and you could hear them in the background. They're crying and carrying on. It's okay, está bien, no preocupa. It's okay, don't worry. Stop crying, no llores, no importa. Tú no necesito nada. And I'm thinking, and I'm telling my wife, I'm Mrs. Forsyth, what are these ladies going to do if something goes bump in the middle of the night? What are they going to do if somebody starts shaking them down for money? What are you going to do? That's where a guy like me would step in and solve that issue for him. And down here, I think it's either 3.5 to 1 or 4.5 women to men down here. And there are so many older, out of shape women who are still insanely delusional. Guys, listen, guys like peace. I love being able to watch the fights here. I don't have to deal with anybody, but I'll show you the girls. The girls are over here. They're making sure that I'm not getting any trouble. That is Nala, and Bella's hiding over there on the chair. I got up off the couch, and and my wife, what do you want me? What can I tell him? Give me something to tell him. And I told him, tell him it's too late. And ladies, sometimes it's too late. I tell them all the time, whenever I talk to them individually or in a small group of them together, the man you were supposed to marry has been standing here for years. You've put him in the friend zone, and that's the guy you should have built your life with. And it's crazy. And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, gentlemen, these women, all they have is like a bunch of purses, a bunch of makeup, shoes, and the rest of that stuff, but it's too late. Nobody wants them. And my wife's the youngest one in the bunch. Do you think if I had to pick out of all of those women, and they have great jobs and blah, 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 I don't care. We don't care about your money, ladies. We don't care. You know what I care about is if you're going to stand beside me. Don't stand in front of me, and I do not want you to stand in back of me. I want you to stand beside me. I want us to live a good life together. Mutual respect. We'll look out for each other. We'll do things for each other. And there it is. But can you imagine me? My wife's 5'8". Can you imagine me at 6'2"? Trying to date a girl that's 5'6" or less. You can't dance with them. You can fool around with them, but you can't hug them. Their top of their head comes to here. It's like, no, I don't want to be walking around trying to hold your hand like that. And on top of that, they don't take care of themselves. Anyways. This is part of the group that I banned from the house. They used to come here and drink up all of our liquor. I don't drink anymore since January of last year, 2020. Yeah, January 2024, I stopped drinking. So I'm over a year sober. I don't miss it. I don't need it. And they can't be here. And honestly, what do you hear in the house? You hear my voice. The cats are wandering around. Other than that, and I value my peace and being left alone and being able to eat what I want and do what I want is way at the top of the list for me. So, but I think I'll title this, Ladies, at some point in time in your life, it's too late for you. You can't start a family all right, the youngest one's 48. And when my wife's a little young anyway. So I don't know what else to tell them. If you guys got any ideas to tell me, because I'm fresh out of ideas, and I'm thinking to myself, all I want to do is watch the fights. I don't care about the. Now I know they're supposedly extended family, but there's like 400 or 500 of them. So my wife's name, she's got so many. Her first name, her middle name, her last name is Morales de la Garza or something like that, and then it is Morales, and then it is de Forsyth, which means she belongs to me, and I belong to her. And I'm not talking about her like she's property or anything like that, but ladies, the guy you should have built your life with, who would have been there for you, would have probably taken care of that bump in the middle of the night and all the rest of that stuff. He was standing here, and or now it's just not. You think at age 48, some guy wants to handle you? And listen, I'm going to get in trouble for this, but they look like clowns to me. They have so much makeup on. You can see. It's like a mask, and you can see on their neck where they stopped putting this cake of makeup on. It's crazy, and they have, I think there's some sort of sick, twisted contest to see who can have the most insane eyebrows. And anyways, all right, you guys got any ideas? Give me something to tell them, because I'm just tired of dealing with them. I'm not helping them. I'm not helping them find anything. And if you think I would introduce any of them to the guys I know, you're crazy. There's no fucking way I'd do that. So other than me telling them it's too late, and that'll be the title of this video. I don't know what. If you got any comments, please let me know. I'm not picking at. I'm very happy with my wife. Here, I'll show you my wife again. Show you a picture of her. Let me see here. There is a picture of my wife. That really handsome guy there with the shiny forehead, that's back when I had a beard. But come on now. Well, anyways, love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you take care of yourselves. I'm telling you, they were in their 20s. You couldn't tell them anything. There is Bella. There is the atrium. That's me in my miner's gear, but tell them anything. But now they're like, well, it didn't turn out the way I wanted. I'd like to redo it. And I got in trouble the one time I told them that they're a lot like ships on the ocean. And a guy walks over to them and sees them from a distance. He goes, "Hey, dreamboat." And as they get closer, damn, I blew the door open. As they get closer, you go, "Not you, shipwreck." So, anyways, okay. I guess the cat's gonna bust the door open. It's crazy if let's just leave the damn door open so they can get in. All right. Anyways, like a Ford and G-string, I'm out of here, guys. Bye-bye.